and drafted teams, mixers, and more. We built this app with the collector in mind, with features like scheduled drop times, custom notification settings, and earn rewards on purchases, among other things. And we want to be a one-stop shop for collectors, which is why we've added services like PSA grading and eBay consignment straight from breaks. We are a PSA authorized dealer and offer grading services from value to walkthrough. All you need to do is fill out the form on our website within 24 hours of a break completing, and we will take care of the rest. All submissions for breaks come with a review and wipe down of your card, and you won't be charged anything until we get your card back from PSA. eBay consignment is a similar process where you will need to fill out a form on our site within 24 hours of a break completing for any cards you'd like to submit. All cards will be listed next business day for a 5-day auction starting at 99 cents. And after the sale, you'll have the option to be paid out via check, PayPal goods, or break credit. The links for these services will be in the description of every break. If you have any questions about how the app or how our breaks work, feel free to message us on your preferred social platform. Or jump in the chat of one of our breaks and the break host can help walk you through it.
All right, what's going on, everyone? Titus here with Real Sports Cards, and we got a very special guest for this one. Jaron, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? We got some fun stuff planned for this one, so I'm looking forward to getting to hang out with him, rip some Bowman draft, and hopefully pull a superfractor, because it has not surfaced yet, as far as I know. But also, if you guys could just confirm that you can hear me good and that you can hear Jaron good, then we'll go ahead and get started. But go ahead, Jaron.
Hey guys, glad to have all y'all in here. Obviously, my name is JARON DEBERRY. I was drafted in the 3rd round this year by the Milwaukee Brewers. I live in North Texas in the off seasons, and born in Colorado. Lived in Arizona for a little bit, but I've been in Texas ever since. Went to college went to 2 different junior colleges. Spent my last couple of years at Dallas Baptist University, so nice and close to home, which has been really cool. And then, now with the Brewers. So it's been a really fun journey at this point. Glad and excited to be here tonight.
So why don't we start off by you telling us kind of how your collecting journey got started, where you're at in terms of the collecting sphere, and yeah.
Yeah, no, so I started collecting, I think I was telling you, I think I started in like 08, something like that. I collected from 08 to 11, and then took a little hiatus off it. And then I got back into it around 2015. Me and my brother, we've always been big into it, something we've always enjoyed doing. We kind of get to do it together. So ever since 2015, been really big back into it. And then especially now, obviously being in a product, it's something that's pretty cool. So it's something that I'm big into it right now, obviously. Been opening up some draft myself. But yeah, definitely something me and my brother do a lot. But I've been doing it really consistently the past kind of 10 years.
Yeah, so awesome. I just saw we do have another very special guest hanging on YouTube. We got Cade Denton watching over on YouTube.
Hey, yeah, he messaged me. I posted it on my story, and because he was a guy. Cade, I played him we played in the 23 regional in Stillwater. They ended up knocking us out, but it's a pleasure to watch him pitch, and I was glad to see him get picked up. He actually went to my childhood team, the Rockies, so that was something. When I saw him go, I reached out to him, and we kind of talked a little bit here and there, but he reached back out to me and he sent me a picture. He's got his whole Bowman rainbow.
I know.
So I was like, man, I'm trying to get that. So no, it was really cool when he reached out. He's like, hey, I'm gonna try and hop in if I can. So it's good to see him in here.
Yeah, he set the bar high. We were able to help him get a couple of them, I think, and just sent probably 2 months ago sent Cade, I think it was an orange from Pro Debut. So hopefully they get you in Pro Debut and we can do another rainbow chase this next year. But
yeah, he said the only thing he needed left in Pro Debut was his super. So I'm hoping, or I think he said he's got a deal worked out for that. So I think he's gonna have his second rainbow completed. So
Man,
he's on top of things.
That's too
he's
easy.
on top of things. But yeah, no, you were saying I don't know what it is, and it's kind of funny. I had a little joke with my brother because like when draft first came out, and some
Yeah.
people were doing some like pre-release stuff. I was watching people like opening up the boxes, and like I couldn't find myself for the life of me, and I don't know what it was. And even now, like sometimes I just like don't pop up, but yeah, the base and the autograph have yet to show themselves. So hoping they come out sooner than later.
Yeah, it's crazy. Have you seen like your My First Bowman or like anything?
No, I haven't even seen that. And even like the cards I inscribed, I haven't seen any of those. It's just been all the regular autos, so nothing like super cool has come out yet.
Yeah.
Um, that's a nice one, but yeah, no, and I've already, I'm working on the rainbow, that, and I've gotten some good ones back, but nothing crazy for like the public to kind of see as
Sure.
came out
Sure.
yet.
It is crazy. So Rafe Schlesinger uh,
Yeah,
did the Hi Mom inscription. He did a Hi Dad inscription. He did the My First Bowman. And then he did like a couple other ones. And like almost all of them, he's actually not only seen pop up, but has them already, which is crazy.
oh really?
Yeah. Yeah, he got his My First
Jeez.
Bowman auto. He inscribed like the 69 out of 250. He got that one. And then we're sending him the Hi Mom. So it's like, dude, like one
That's
week
sweet.
you got all your inscription autos already.
Yeah, no, that's pretty cool.
Cade says he just sent me photos on Instagram, so let me see. Let me see if I can pull this up for everyone to see. Oh my gosh,
Yeah, no, it's an insane photo. It's
jeez!
crazy
All
actually
right, here,
seeing
let
the
me see if
whole
I can,
rainbow
let me see if I
together.
can save these so that you can zoom in.
No, it's wild. It's a whole table full of them. It's unreal.
All right, so this is the Bowman rainbow, obviously.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's
Jeez, looks
pretty
like he's got
crazy.
I think he's got the Pad Paracha in there. He's got Super Fractor. He's got like what 3 or 4 printing plates.
Yeah. No, I think he's literally got everything. Like
He's
for
nuts.
me personally, like if I get all the printing plates, great, but I'm not like trying to. I mean, I'd like to get them all back, but definitely like, of course, I want the super.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'd like to get like one. I really want, if anything, I want the blue one because I think it's more of a color match, and I like that for
sure.
the
Yep,
Brewers.
for sure.
But yeah, no, it's something like if I could just get like one, I think that'd be cool. But like I said, I haven't seen any of them yet, and I've got some people helping me out,
Yeah,
and
yeah, we're trying.
nobody's seen them yet. So I don't know what's going on. It was really cool the other day, actually. Um, my rotation made a debut. Ryan Johnson,
Yep,
his super
I
got
saw
pulled,
that.
and yeah, I was in a break, and someone said it, and I messaged the guy because he's not a big collector, but if
Sure.
I could work out a deal with the guy that got it, I wouldn't mind having it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna see if I can work something out for that.
Good for you. Looking out for your teammate, making sure that you know where his superfractor is, so that when he
Oh yeah,
when he comes around for the collecting, you're gonna have it.
yeah. No, if I get it, and he ever wants it, he's got it. But
Yeah,
yeah, I know it's actually. I mean, I throw with him every day in the off season too. He gave
okay,
me because he played for Team USA and he signed for that, so he gave me one
sure.
of his USA autographs. And
That's
I've had
awesome.
naturally the collector in me. I've got some of his refractors, so I had to have him sign a couple of them.
Yeah, there you go. That's awesome. Um, so we got a couple surprises in store for you. I actually don't even know all the surprises that we have in store, but one thing that I do want to do, we were talking about some of the giveaways we want to do. We'll have some for people that are just in the break. So we got the bounties on if we pull one of Jaron's autos, but I'm gonna add another one that can be for anybody that's watching. Let's do guess the auto. So go ahead and comment an auto that you think I'm gonna pull here. Can be Jaron, can be anybody else. The first person to correctly guess one that we pull, so it'll carry over until somebody hits, and you don't have to keep guessing. You can just have one guess until it hits. But let's do $25 break credit for the first person to get it right, and you can comment on YouTube or on the app, and yeah, get those guesses in. It'll just be to whoever gets it right first. So don't guess the same person as somebody else. But do you want to share any of the other things that we got planned?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, so I was sorry for anybody that might have wanted the Brewers. I'd made sure to come in and snag them. There we go. There we go. I surfaced.
You got one.
Yeah, so I made sure to get them. But also too, if whoever completely by chance, whoever got the Angels or the Padres, if you pull any cool Ryan Johnson or any Clark Candiatis, um, I'd love to do a little something for that, like sign a card and send it all. And also too, for everyone in the break, I'd like to sign a card and get that out to y'all, just for joining. Appreciate everyone kind of being here. Really cool. I have a blast doing this stuff, and Titus reached out to me the first time for the interview. I definitely wanted to hop on, and now this is really cool to just kind of get on here and hang out and interact with everybody. So seeing some Brew Crew coming up, but no, we'll do some other stuff too as kind of we keep opening up stuff.
Yeah, so you guys can all thank Jaron. No skunks in this break. Everybody's gonna get at least one autograph. So thank you for that. We got Ethan Solis in action. So these are like one per box, but kind of cool new addition this year.
No, I like those inserts. I think they did a pretty good job, honestly, with them in the set.
Yeah,
I don't think there's one that I'm like I don't really like. I think they're all pretty cool.
So I saw Brock Wilkin in here earlier, so we got to shoot some content with Brock at Arizona Fall League, and I'm pretty sure that he just traded for his Superfractor. I thought I saw somebody post like a screenshot from eBay of him like messaging about it, so it's kind of cool. But sick, Chase Burns.
Oh, that's a nice
these are really tough to pull.
Some people were
glass.
Oh, those are nice. Couple people were asking me, they were like, if I get a team in the break, like what team should I get? And I was gonna say Reds. I like the Reds. I like that a lot.
I had a feeling. So Reds there with the Chase Burns. I don't know that beats Jaron DeBerry paper, but
oh, come on. Hey, give credit where credit's due. That's a nice card.
That is a really nice card.
Hey, the collector in me, if whoever's got the Reds, if you don't want it, I'll work a trade out for it. The collector in me loves that. That's a sweet card. I haven't seen many of those pulled.
Those have been really, really tough to pull, and I think there's only like 10-ish players that even have one.
Yeah, on the checklist for it. Yeah, no, it's a small checklist.
All right, so let's get into some of the questions that people had. I'm gonna scroll up because I know Matty Light wasn't gonna be able to watch, so I know he asked them at the beginning. He had some good ones. Let's see. What was it like being drafted, and who did you celebrate with? Was his first question.
So obviously being drafted for me, I figured it was going to happen sometime on the second day. I just didn't know exactly when. And it actually happened a little bit earlier than we thought. There we go. There's RJ. And it was kind of like, it completely caught me off guard. Like it was, I was at home with my family, and we were I had the feed pulled up on the TV. And, there's so many things you hear before the draft. You never know what's going to happen. And I get a call, from my agent, and I kind of picked it up, and I figured it was going to be like, hey, would you like this and, this round or something like that? I had no idea what to expect. And it was just immediately, hey, the Brewers want to take you right now. And I was like, what? I was so caught off guard. I was like, holy cow, like I wasn't even thinking about that. And, so it was like, and then people asked me, like, one of the common questions I got was like, what was your reaction? Like, when did it like sink in? And I was like, I don't think it truly sunk in, because as soon, like my feed on the TV was a little delayed. So by the time it actually like popped up that I got picked, I was already getting a bunch of phone calls. And like, obviously I remember having like the biggest smile I've ever had in my life. But I don't think I had any time to like really like let it soak in, because like the rest of the time, like I was calling people, like everyone that's like ever helped me get to that spot, like thanking them, kind of giving credit where credit's due. First called the coaches at DBU, then called all the coaches, people I took hitting lessons with. That rose gold?
That is rose gold.
Ooh, what do we got?
It does not look like a Brewer.
No, it's not me. I know that.
Grant Shepherdson, though, 4 of 10. So we got the glass SSP and then a rose gold in box 1 together. That's kind of sick.
Yeah, starting off hot. But yeah, so that was just one thing where, like I said, I was calling people. Obviously, like mom and dad were there. It was a little emotional. So it was something I'll never forget. Like I said, just reaching out to people and thanking everybody. It meant a lot more for me to do that than just kind of like sit around and see what was going to happen.
Oh, look at that.
There we go.
Jared followed by RJ.
That's the thing. In most of the packs, I don't know if it was like an intentional thing done by them. I don't know how it happened, but pretty much every time you pull me, you pull RJ.
That's a good pack.
Yeah.
All right. How about gold wave auto here? Nobody had Casey Cook, so carries over.
I know this isn't me.
Eli Serrano. 13 of 50 gold waving. That's a nice little first box here.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Got some good color. Couple good names.
Yeah. for sure.
No, that's the thing though with my card. Like I always watch people like opening them, and like I'll know if it's me because most people like kind of like
Yeah.
slide it to the left, and if you
Yeah, you got
slide
the
to the
hands.
right,
Yeah.
you see the ball. So I know
Yeah.
exactly when it's me because that's kind of like I said, the collector and me, like I'll mess around sometimes. Like I'll go in the apps where people are breaking, and every
Yeah.
once in a while, if the Brewers are there, I'll snag them. And last night I got them for a couple of cheap prices, and last pack it was the first time I saw my auto pulled, and I got my purple auto,
Oh,
and
sick.
then in the next box, the guy hit a green class of 24 Braylon Payne auto, so I got that coming too. So it's
Sick.
kind of cool.
Sick. Sounds like a nice break.
Yeah, no, I had fun with it. Like I said, anytime I can snag them, it's cool to get. But yeah, that was actually the first time I'd ever seen my auto pulled on camera, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, I think I told you when we had Ryan Sloan on as a guest, I did pull an auto of his. So
I did see that. I watched that back. That was a pretty good pretty good break. So hopefully, like I said, I don't know why I feel like and like I'll hop in breaks. Like the other day, like I said, there's some people that have been helping me out. So like I'll hop in breaks with people that are doing it, and they ripped like 4 cases and not one of my Blue Wave auto came out at the very end or something like that. But like that was the only thing that hit me. I don't know what it is, but I seem to find a way to disappear.
Yeah, I bought your spot in one of Wisconsin's like 5-case player breaks. Hit one base auto, and then I think it was the next day Emil did one here in Minnesota and pulled your orange auto. I was like, come on.
Hey.
and I didn't have your spot. I'm like, of course. Yeah.
No, it happens like that. I don't know why. Because like I said, I've had other people too. They tell me they're getting my spots, and it's just like, I hit some refractors, I hit some chrome, but nothing else. I'm like, I don't know why. I just don't come out.
I don't think anybody said Eli Serrano, so I think we'll keep going. If somebody did have it and I missed it, let me know. But Chris was asking, who's your favorite breaker at Real Sports Cards, and why is it Titus? So why don't you run with that one?
Well, I mean, it's got to be Titus because unfortunately, Titus is the only one I've had the pleasure to interact with. So I only got one to go off of, but Titus has been the utmost of class with the interactions we've had, and he's done a great job and takes good care of the people and good care of the cards, and that's something that as a member of the hobby I can respect a lot. So
I'm blushing. We might not be able to see it because I don't have a face cam, but I'm blushing.
Yeah,
right.
Keep these hot boxes going.
One of the other questions that he had was, what's your favorite hobby outside of collecting? And I think maybe baseball. It moved on me, but I think that was the question.
Definitely one thing I picked up once I got to college when I had a lot more free time is golf. I think that's probably a pretty common answer across the board with baseball players, but definitely golf is just something that I'm competitive, so I don't really care what it is, but like golf, I'll go out with buddies and like I always want to win, or if we're shooting a scramble, shoot as low as possible. But golf is something that I like to do a lot in my free time, especially when we're out in Arizona. There's a lot of really nice golf courses to go try out. And honestly, just wherever I am, like different states. Like that was one of the cool things too. Like obviously summer ball, like I'm up there focusing on baseball, but you do have some free time. So like when I got to go to Minnesota and Wisconsin, or Minnesota and Washington, I got to go up and play some pretty cool courses up there. So definitely golf. I do that a lot. I mean, I think everybody at some point is going to play, some video games, some Xbox, PlayStation, whatever. That's more like maybe a nighttime routine with some of the guys that I know, but definitely golf.
Kate was asking, what was it like playing with Bryson Hammer?
Hammer's awesome. He's a character. He's one of those guys that he's going to bring the energy, whether you're going to match it or not. He's going to keep his energy up. He's just a funny guy. I only got to play with him for 1 year, but he got drafted into the Rockies, I believe, in the 12th round in 23. But that's a really, really talented arm. Really, really good guy. I really enjoyed playing with Hammer. And unfortunately, I didn't get to live with him or be in the same house with him when I was at DBU. But like all the interactions that we ever had at the field, I mean, he's hilarious. So I really, really like Hammer.
Kind of cool. We got parallel here on the in action. So Cam Bonity at a 150.
Those ones are rare to find. Those numbered ones.
Yeah, have not seen a whole lot of numbered parallels, but. Also, the 101 Superfractor bounty for this one's up to 1,900. So, not only would it be fun to find one of your autos to pay up the little bounty, hitting a super would be sick.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So I
don't really care. Just whatever the super is. being able to sweat a super or something like that, that's cool.
It's not a super, but it is a printing plate.
There we go. Keep the
There's
mojo
there's
going.
no hand here though.
Nah. Who do we got?
It is Diamondbacks Ivan Luciano.
Okay, we'll take a 101.
So we do pay out for the bounty. We do pay out $100 for printing plates. So won't pay out the full $1,900, but it is a 101. So we'll take that. D-backs going to the professor. There you go, Furl. That's kind of nice when you do one of these half case breaks and gets them for less than $100 and then gets $100 credit for them. So
there you go. You paid very well.
That's dumb.
We got a good little thing going on right now. We got some good cards coming out.
Yeah, I mean, we got Parallel to 10. We got a printing plate. We got a gold auto. We got the glass SSP.
Keep them coming.
Kurtz refractor there.
No, that's the thing too. Like I said, as a collector, like I just love seeing like cool cards.
Yeah.
I don't like some. That's the unfortunate thing. Sometimes you hop in these breaks and there's just nothing. It's like, oh man, there's no entertainment.
Oh, trust me, I know.
yeah, you would know as well as anybody.
That's when it's really my job to try to entertain you guys.
Yeah.
All right, so I know this is one of the questions that I asked you. We're gonna do like a compilation with everybody that answered it. But as we have a kind of nice looking autograph here with Boston Bateman, rate your autograph for me on a scale from 1 to 10.
Yeah, so like I'm gonna be honest, and if anybody I'm pretty sure we talked about this in the interview.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be that guy that comes out and says I have the perfect autograph, because I even I watched the video, or the video you did with Ryan.
Yeah.
And I think he even said it too. Like there's sometimes you sign the card and like, I don't know why subconsciously you start to like think about it.
Yeah.
And like sometimes the pen will just kind of drag the wrong way or something like that. So it's kind of one of those things where I think majority of mine come out pretty good. And like I said, as a collector, I can really understand. There's Clark. I know how much the hobby appreciates a good autograph. So I really tried my best with all of them to make them as good as I could. But I'd say like a solid, I think I said an 8, something like that. Solid 8, like 8.5. I think there's a good amount. So like my last name, it has 2 capital letters. And I think like with an autograph, like if you have something like that, it's really cool to, kind of bring that out in the signature. So that's something that I wanted to kind of put an emphasis on. And like I said earlier too, I think some guys have a little bit, more that they can do with, their names, and like my first name, ARON. There's not too much to do with that. I know some people really like it whenever you can incorporate your whole name. But I think for me, I just more so did a little bit more focus on the last name. So like I said, big JDB, and then I like to write a little bit off for the ERY, and then the Y. That's something I thought I could do something cool with. So I try and bring it down and drag a tail along with it. So I'd say like a solid 8. Like I said, there's definitely some that I'm like, man, I would love to re-sign that, but I think majority of them came out pretty well.
Yeah, for sure. I like your autograph a lot. I think it uses the space well. It just looks clean. So
yeah, that's one thing too. Like as a collector, I know like I don't like the small autographs. Either the abbreviations or just the initials. Like there's got to be something to it, and especially since like there's a good amount of space given. So I figure might as well use it and kind of feel hard to make it better than just signing like half of it or just side of it.
Yeah.
I try to do my best with all those.
BJ had a good question here. So I know you've talked to BJ a little bit already.
Yeah.
He is local to the Timber Rattlers. So
yes.
So you'll definitely, hopefully be seeing him this next year, and then also
absolutely.
Our Wisconsin shop is in the vicinity of that one. But I know he's helped a couple of the Brewers guys acquire their superfractors and just chase the rainbow. So hopefully he's able to help do the same for you. But he said, besides the super or first Bowman, what card of yours is a favorite or must-have?
So I think, so here's one card. So I got some, handy. I figured I might as well show maybe some people kind of what I've gotten in the rainbow. Yeah. And I actually got this one today that BJ helped me get. This one's a pretty cool one. You can only get it out of the variety pack, but I got the peanut auto to fight. It's actually the one that was on the detail or the show. So that was a pretty cool one to get. Like I said, those ones are hard to find. and I think the autograph looks pretty good on it. And honestly, I think the card looks pretty good, so I think that's something that I'll probably end up getting graded. But in our interview, you know, we kind of said like, what's one of my favorite cards in my collection, and I'll show it again. It's kind of one of those things where it was the first box. So my local card shop in Grapevine, Texas, SMP Sports Cards. It was the first time I'd ever gone in there, and I collect everything. Like I've bought everything from triple threads to tier 1 to chrome to Bowman, all that. But it was the first box I ever got back when boxes weren't, you know, skyrocketing in price, and you could get a hobby box of chrome for $90, which was amazing. But yeah, you know, I told you I pulled that Superfractor Michael A. Taylor, which was really cool. But I think definitely for the people, the blue Lindor rookie autograph.
That card is so sick.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. It's definitely something I need to get graded. I like it a lot. So definitely probably my favorite card of my collection, just because, like I said, it was one of the first cards like I ever pulled out of or it was the first box I ever pulled. So getting that autograph out of there was pretty cool.
There we go.
So definitely, there we go. Get some sort of maybe kind of color in there. Yeah. Get that thing out. But no, honestly, I think too, kind of going back to the autographs, like I think majority of the guys in the class did a pretty good job with them. Like there's only a couple of guys where I'm like, you know, that could use some work, but I think they're all pretty good penmanship on it. But kind of like just going through the rainbow, what I've got. Also, that's one thing too, you know, if anyone's in here and you might have a card that you think I might not have, please feel free to reach out on Instagram. You can shoot me a message over there. I'm definitely open to trading for anything, even if it's like a duplicate of like a cool parallel or something like that. But from the non-autos, I've got the gold, the yellow lunar, the blue lunar, the aqua wave, the pink lunar, the purple, and the sky blue. And then on the autos side, I have the peanut, the green lava, the blue shimmer, the aqua lava, the purple, the refractor, and I got this one. I don't know if anyone follows me on Instagram, you probably saw me earlier today. Shout out my guy, Eric Mandelkern. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of him. He is a Bowman Superfractor collector.
Okay.
Probably one of the coolest collections I've ever seen as a Bowman and Topps fan. But he hooked me up with my Orange Wave PSA 9.
Oh, sick. Got slabbed already for you? Jeez.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I couldn't. I was like, I didn't even know how he already got a slab. But actually, the coolest card that he's helped me get is so I don't know who was breaking, but whoever was doing it, they were like partnered with PSA was partnered with the break.
Yeah.
And so like any like really low numbered cards, they were grading like as soon as they were pulled.
Yep.
And they pulled my red lava and they got
sick.
graded a 10. And I think that's supposed to get here tomorrow. I wish I had that to show today, but I do have that one. So I'm very excited to get that one. And I've also worked out a trade to get my true red. So I've got some good ones. I've definitely got some good ones coming in, which is really, really encouraging. But like I said, Lord knows when that super is gonna surface. So we'll see when that one comes out, what we can do to get that one back. I will definitely be doing all that I can to get it.
No, I'm gonna be pulling out one of these last two boxes here.
Hey, here we go.
Just easy.
Yeah, you gotta manifest it. No, that would definitely make my searching a lot easier.
Hey, there we go.
Hey, there we go. He's got a good auto too. I can respect that one.
Yeah. I don't know if you heard. He was telling us how he came up with his autograph. He said that this is how his mom signs his last name, so he just added the R and then copied his mom's autograph. Yeah.
It's actually kind of funny. I almost wanted to try and like take some inspiration from my mom and dad, because I think they like their signatures for like all their important documents look really, really cool. But they're pretty in depth. It's maybe something like later on down the road I can learn. But for right now, that's kind of because I really started signing. In our interview we talked about the Connie Mack World Series, and that was kind of the first time I really did like a big event. And I signed a lot there, and it was kind of a rough variation of what my autograph is now. But there's definitely been some. I mean, I can't lie. I've practiced it a few times. So. Like I said, it's something that I try and take some pride in with signing them, because like I said, also too, like it's not a cheap hobby. So I would like the collectors to like get something that looks good. So So it's definitely something where, like I said, I think there's always room for improvement unless you're like Ken Griffey Jr. or Mariano Rivera. I think those are probably my two favorite autographs, baseball wise. So I think they can keep theirs how they are, and for me, I'll continue to work on it.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want people to hit a third-round pitcher auto from the Brewers and be upset that he has a bad autograph, right?
Yeah, absolutely. No, you gotta try and please everybody. You gotta do it as best as you can.
All right, sorry, missed asked. What was the transition like for you from JUCO ball to Dallas Baptist, and what did you take away from both experiences?
Yeah, absolutely. So junior college is definitely, I'd say the biggest difference is more just in junior college. It's a lot of like self-development. Not that my coaches in junior college were phenomenal. And my coach at Grayson College, who now he's at Blaine College, Dusty Hart, that was one of my favorite coaches of all time. And that was one thing. They helped me out so much. I think the biggest thing that they kind of instilled in me was like the belief in myself, because I did definitely hit a little rough patch at Grayson to start the year. And that was something where, because I transferred from Enid to Grayson, and that was a jump up, and took a little bit of a risk doing that, like a bet on myself. And it was just kind of something, I think I was putting a lot of pressure on myself. And it's kind of one of those things you have to take a step back, really kind of understand like the process of how you got there. Like I should have been there. Like I was good enough to be there. But like I said, I think I was just putting too much pressure on myself. So it was one of those things like, if Coach Hart didn't believe in me and keep giving me opportunities, I probably would have just lost belief in myself. And that's where I really got taught to believe in myself. And that's, I think, what led to the success I had more so this past year at Dallas Baptist. But more so, like you said, the transition, it's a lot like one-on-one coaching at the Division I level, I think, especially at DBU. I know some might say it's a little bit of a smaller school, but given our track record, it's powerhouse. I don't really care what anyone else might have to say about that. I'll argue with anybody. Yeah. One of 5 teams in the last 10 years to make 10 straight regionals. So I think that's
crazy.
Pretty proven track record. Unfortunately, the only thing we haven't done is make that, get over that hump to get to Omaha. Yeah. But at the end of the day, like I say, got to play in 2 regionals at DBU, and as a start of the past year, got to have a really cool experience in Arizona this past year, throwing against Arizona. So, like I said, I kind of, going down a long, windy road with that. But like I said, I think the transition from junior college to Division I is just kind of accepting like the coaching that you're going to get. They're there to help you, and they're trying to drive your development, because that's a huge thing that, they preach at DBU is development. Because like I said, the way college baseball is now, it's a crazy thing, with all the rules and NIL and all that stuff. Yeah. But DBU is still very old fashioned in the way that they recruit, they develop, and they bring in the right guys, and they bring in, the guys that they think are going to give us the best chance to continue to win year in and year out. And like I said, it's been a proven track record for the past, not even just 10 years, 15 years. We've made 13 out of the last 14. There was only 1 year we didn't make it, but 10 out of the last 10. So I'm forever grateful for my time at DBU. That completely molded me into the not only baseball player, but the person I am today. Yeah. Just like the life lessons and, everything I learned at DBU. That was one of the best experiences, if not the best experience I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, that's awesome. Kate said, sadly true, swept us like 2 out of 3 of my years there.
Well, that's the funny thing. What he ended up getting the last laugh. Yeah. At least while he was there, because we played them in a 3-game series my first year at DBU, and we did sweep them at our place. And then we've made it to the regional, and it was actually, I was at least happy that it was a really good game that we lost. I think they beat us 6-5. Cade came in and absolutely closed the door on us. Like I said, he's just electric out of the bullpen. But I know we didn't play him last year. But definitely in the years past, like Oral Roberts was a team that, they're right up there with DBU in the mid majors. Like they're always making regionals too, winning conference championships. Like that's a very proud college organization over there too. So I have a lot of respect for them too. And obviously they still produce draft picks too, like Cade. So it's one of those things where it's really cool to see those like smaller schools kind of thrive in the setting that Division I baseball is nowadays.
So you're telling me for NIL that you weren't making millions of dollars?
No, unfortunately. I mean, that would be cool, but I think more so the value that I gained and, like I said, the life lessons and what I learned about myself as a person and a ball player, that's more invaluable than any dollar amount I could have gotten.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, like I said, I don't know, if I ended up going to some other big school that, maybe kids more so dream of, like growing up, maybe like in Texas or in Oklahoma State, something like that. It would have been cool. But, who knows what, might have taken place in my time there. And like I just when I went on my visit to DBU, just with the person and the player that I thought I could be, Coach Hefner had that same image of what I could have been, and thankfully in 2 years we kind of brought that out and brought the best out in me. So that was something that was really cool to almost like. I guess in a way, I kind of think about it like return on investment, like the belief they had in me and how much they wanted me to come there. Being able to go back for my last year there and really kind of like, I guess almost in a way, like let them reap the rewards of like having that consistent belief in me. Like that was something that was like super gratifying for me and something that like I'm very proud of, that I was able to go back that last year and have the success that I did, and become the person that I think I had become.
Yeah. Cade said $58 total for your boy. Big NIL earner.
No, yeah, I didn't get any there, and like I said, I still think it's really cool. Like I said, DVU is very old school. Like even this year, I think maybe in the future, like I can't speak for them. I think maybe that's something that they kind of get into, but I think as long as they can, they want to stick to the core values that is DVU, and it's recruiting the right guys, getting the right guys to campus, and developing those guys into really good ball players and young men.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, very important question here: Qdoba or Chipotle, and I'll add in Taco Bell because there is a right answer.
I mean, honestly, I feel like I naturally just have to go Chipotle because that's like the only thing that like where I am in Texas, Qdoba's not really here. It's something like in Arizona, like growing up when I was over there was definitely some of that. But I mean, I've been in Texas the past 12, 13 years. So I've definitely just more so grown up on Chipotle, and like Taco Bell was one of those things. Like I'd never really tried that till I got to college. I think that's more so like maybe like a weekend thing or something like that. But I kind of usually steer away from that as much as possible. Not hating on like Taco Bell lovers or anything like that. Like, you can indulge in whatever you might like, but I'd probably say Chipotle because that's usually my go-to if I'm going like, kind of like faster, not sit-down Mexican food. And I think it's pretty good. So sometimes a little overpriced. Like I don't really like, always having to like think about like whether I want to pay extra for like guac or queso, but it's pretty good. So I usually end up doing it regardless.
100%. Definitely worth it. Cade had the right answer though. He said Taco Bell 100%. So just saying.
I mean, I respect that. Like, there's definitely times when like you're just kind of like sitting there on like a weekend and you're like, okay, this would be really good right now. And there's definitely times where I've made my Taco Bell runs, but I think more consistently, I'm probably gonna end up going Chipotle just for like.
That's fair.
I'm probably more so thinking like, man, what's gonna make my body feel a little bit better? But at the end of the day, like I said, there's definitely a time and a place for Taco Bell.
Oh, we got a Taco John's comment. Say it well, it is hard to beat, but.
Taco John's, what is that? I don't think I've heard of that.
Oh, all right. Well, all right.
Is that like a northern thing?
Maybe.
I don't think I've heard
of it
of Taco
as a northern
John's.
thing, but maybe.
Maybe I'm just uncultured. I don't know.
Here is the northern thing for you though. Have you ever had Culver's?
Oh yeah.
There we go. All right.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
No, that's like a thing. Like every time. So growing up, like playing like youth ball in Arizona, there was always one like right by like the complex, or like there always seemed to be one where I was playing. That was like the post game thing. And then when I moved to Texas, there was really only one that was like kind of by our house. It's like 15 minutes away. But so I didn't really eat it too much at DBU because I don't think there was one really close by there. But when I got to Arizona,
ooh, all right,
that was kind of like a DoorDash thing.
I gotta interrupt you here.
Hey, there we go. Who wants to make a trade for that? Who's got the Padres?
Candiati Gold Refractor. Padres are going to Derek Jensen, Frozen Shotsky.
All right, if you'd like to make a trade, hit me up.
Derek, hit him up. So Derek's local here in Minnesota. But you guys are going to have to try to make a deal on that one. That's sick. True gold.
Yeah, that's
Not
like my
bad, not
best
bad.
friend from junior college. I mean, his dad played pro ball for a while too. I don't know if y'all recognize the name. I think he's one of the
Yeah.
commentators for the Diamondbacks. But yeah, that's gonna be a really good arm too.
All right.
He's a unbelievable guy.
It says Father Tom was a knuckleball pitcher for 16 years in the big leagues.
Yeah. That was one thing that did not get handed down to the generation. He doesn't throw a knuckleball, as far as I know. But
Man, how does that happen? I mean, you got one of the greatest knuckleballers of all time, clearly, if you threw for 16 years, and you don't learn how to throw a knuckleball from him?
I feel like you gotta at least like have it in the back pocket. Or something.
Seriously.
But yeah, no, that was one of my best friends from junior college, and it was actually cool because he was at Arizona last year. So, unfortunately, I mean, because we matched up with Arizona in the elimination game, so it was either my college career or his college career coming to an end.
Yeah.
So, like, obviously, I was very happy with us winning, but I was like, well, it had to be one of us. So, and I pitched that game, so I definitely didn't want to lose.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, so maybe you can fact check the rest of this. It says enjoys bowling tournaments, listening to reggae music, and scuba diving. In Arizona?
I can't concur with the scuba diving.
Okay.
That's something I've never talked to him about. But bowling, yes. I've like on his like Snapchat or something like that. Like I'll see like him and his dad. They'll be at the lanes, and like every once in a while, like I'll see there'll be like some video of some guy like shooting or going for like a 300, like perfect score. So I can validate he's a pretty legitimate bowler.
That's awesome. We're definitely striking out on the autos here. So you guys,
I know we're getting
had terrible guesses.
Well, unfortunately, most people are probably either guessing like the top prospects or me.
And,
I don't know.
And all we can muster is Ryan Sloan right now.
Yeah, we did really good with like all like the color and the non-autos. Now we need to hit like a big auto.
All right. So somebody asked earlier if you're going to be trying to get like cards signed by any of your teammates or players that you play against. What's kind of your collecting goals for the future and kind of your first full season of pro ball?
Oh, for sure. I think naturally, I don't know if like guys that haven't been collectors do it, but like for me as a pretty much lifelong collector, as long as I could remember, it's something cool. Now like pulling cards and like knowing a lot of these guys. So it's definitely something where like my roommate, when I was in Arizona for like the camps and stuff at the end of the year, that's a nice one.
Go.
That's a really nice one.
It's not the first Bowman, but
there's my hitter dual auto right there.
Yeah.
Where was I? Oh yeah. So like I definitely now like the guys that I know, I kind of have like separate piles, and it's something. So, so at the camps when I was in Arizona, so my roommate was Cooper Pratt, who's very, very prevalent in the hobby right now. And it was kind of funny because he was always, there when I was signing my cards, and we were always talking about that stuff. And he's an unbelievable kid. Like if you invest in that kid, if you want to invest in somebody. But he's definitely like, I was like, dude, I need one of your autos. So I think he's going to hook me up with one of his green ones, which is pretty cool. But yeah, definitely other guys too. Like all the other guys that I've met in the clubhouse, like I know BJ, he's helped Luke Adams get a lot of his rainbow. That was one of the guys I got to talk to a little bit, when we were at the camps, and so maybe get a few cards of him and maybe get some signed. I actually have, I don't know. Well, I guess, you were saying Brock collects.
Yep.
Out of one of the draft boxes, it's not his first, but I hit one of his green refractors. So I don't even know if I want to get that signed, but if he wants it, I'd be more than happy to just give that to him. Like I said, it's not a first, but it's a cool card. But yeah, definitely, like I said, just guys that I know, like as a collector, it's something where, when you get an in-person autograph, you can have that, a little bit more personalized. So yeah, having guys that I know like sign cards that I can keep is something that I definitely kind of want to do. Along with just either pulling their cards and stuff like getting their certified autographs, and then kind of having like a PC of like personal autographs would be something pretty cool for me to have.
So I don't know if Cade intended to say it this way, but I think it's perfect. He says you need a Cade card, and then as a separate comment, he did a question mark.
No, I do. Okay, well, if he's asking, I do, because I don't have any. And I'll take whatever. If you've got any Duke color autos, send them my way, and I'll send you one of mine. But if you only have like extra base, I'll take that too.
Yeah.
Because like I said, that's one guy. I didn't rip much of anything of like 23 drafts. So like guys in that class, I don't really have anything of, which is kind of unfortunate. Like Paul Skeens, that's a pretty good guy to have.
Not bad. Not bad.
But yeah, no, some other guys in that class. Because there wasn't any DBU guys that had cards in that, so I didn't get really any of that. I think like maybe a couple packs, but definitely, like I said, and it's just one thing too. Like along the way, like as I start meeting new guys, like having like a separate PC of like the guys that I know, I think that's something that's gonna be really cool to kind of have that opportunity to build as I continue to progress in my career.
Yeah, that's awesome. Mustang says Pratt was awesome during the T-Rats playoff run, and then DJ said yes, him and Luke Adams. So.
No, Pratt he's unbelievable, and we mess around with each other, like face to face. But like, when he's not here, I'm not ashamed to say it. That's an unbelievable kid, and I think he's going to be really, really good. I hope he stays with the Brewers for a long time, but baseball, you never know. But I think he's going to have a really, really solid career in the long run. Like I said, he's one of those kids where not only does he have the talent off the field, but he's got. He does everything right off, or he's got all the talent on the field, but he does everything right off the field as well. And it's just kind of one of those kids where you never have to worry about, like a hiccup coming up or, something like that. He's always going to take care of business, whether he's away or at the field. So that's just a really solid kid. I really enjoyed my time when I got to room with him and kind of, obviously he's not a pitcher, but just kind of like pick his brain, like talk baseball too. I enjoy having those conversations with guys too. So it's something cool to, be able to do and meet new people and kind of like have that perspective. Cause like also too, like he was a high school draftee. So like, seeing what the, difference has been like, coming from high school to pro ball and not going to college. So no, that's a really, really solid kid. And like I said, he made it all the way up to AA in his first year as a high schooler, which is very impressive.
Impressive.
Yeah, I know I can't speak for anything, but I know a lot of people are pretty high on him. So I think that's a really good investment if you're into prospecting. So I would definitely say go for that. And it was really cool. He hasn't got his Superfractor auto, but he did just get his Superfractor Chrome non-auto.
Yeah, I think I saw maybe a post from him or somebody that he had gotten it. So that's awesome.
Yeah. Speaking of which, he's calling me right now. Hold on. I don't know if he's watching this or this is just straight coincidence, but he just tried to FaceTime me, so I'll have to give him a call back after this. He's probably wondering why I'm actually talking good about him, but he deserves it.
Yeah, he probably is watching. But either way, we'll clip it and send it to him to make sure that use that praise. Oh, that's awesome. Cade did say, I think I do have a dupe aqua or purple I can sign for the color match. So there you go.
Absolutely. No, that'd be sweet. Like I said, whatever you want from me. Like I said, I'm getting duplicates too. It's not like one thing where I just want one of each. Like I've already got the orange wave, but I already have a trade lined up to get another one. Cause that's also one thing too. I'd love to get the rainbow. Now, obviously, I only get one shot at the Superfractor, but I would love to get the rainbow in a PSA 10. Yep. I think that'd be really, really cool. So it's definitely something I'm trying to get like as many. And obviously, too, it's hard for me because like I want as many as possible, but I want to leave enough for like the hobby to collect. I don't want every single one of my Bowman first autos to be in my collection. Then there's nothing to chase. So, like I said, I like all the like out of fives. I'm probably, like I said, thankfully, I'm pretty lucky with the red lava. I've already got that in a PSA 10, which is really, really cool. But yeah, the most other stuff like out of 25, I mean, there's the orange wave and orange, so there's still some more out there for everybody else to get. But like I said, I think it'd be really cool if I could get the whole rainbow in a PSA 10. That'd be pretty unique. So
I do have a cool one. I think I maybe told you this, but one of me and Amel's high school teammates was in 2020 Bowman draft. And so I did his non-auto rainbow. Emil went after the auto rainbow. But started off, somebody in our community hit the Superfractor and made a good deal with me to get it. And I sent that one into PSA first. It 10'd. And then all of a sudden I get the red and I send it off. And it 10's. So I'm like, I gotta go for it now. So I have all of the chrome as PSA 10's. Except for blue refractor, which is like the color match. He's Blue Jays. So I've picked up a couple more on eBay and they've all had issues. I'm like, seriously, like blue's gonna be the one that I can't get as a 10.
Yeah, of course. Like you'd think that would be
Yeah,
one of the easier
yeah.
ones.
But it actually the one that was the toughest was like the Asia Mojo refractor.
Oh,
So
okay.
so like for Bowman Draft Asia, that's the only like exclusive parallel. There's not like purple mojo or anything. Like it's just base mojo.
Yeah.
And they were all super off center, but like we were ripping in a bunch of it for breaks. And so every time we pulled one, it's like, oh, check to see if it's centered. And we finally hit one that was like really nicely centered, and the guy actually sent it to PSA for me in a tent. So
Oh, that's
yeah,
sweet.
yeah. But like for months, all of them were just super off center. But
Yeah.
so that was pretty cool to do.
Yeah, that's the one thing too. Like I didn't even realize like about like I mean, I knew about the grading process, but like actually like now I really try and like look at all the cards and
Sure.
I'm like, if it doesn't have a chance, then why would I send it in? But I was kind of surprised, like on like on the orange wave. I think it's maybe there's something with the surface because I know like the wave and like the lava ones, there's
Yeah.
more. It's a little bit harder to get those to 10. Because like I've been looking at this card and I really don't know what's wrong with it. Maybe there's like a ding on a corner that I don't see.
Yeah.
But like the card itself, like the centering and the edges and I mean, like I said, I think the corners look pretty good. Sometimes I've heard there's like some grading companies that when you submit them, they'll like send a report back on like why
Yeah.
it got the grade it did if it didn't 10.
Yeah.
I've some people had said like PSA had done that and then they stopped. I wish they'd do that with
So-
all of them because I think that'd be really cool.
So they do it. They just started doing it this year. They do it, but it's like for I think like $75 and above. So it's like
Okay.
it's just for the more expensive service levels right now, and
Gotcha.
maybe that'll change in the future. But they debuted it just for those more expensive ones.
Yeah, okay. I do like the touch. I mean, I've only really ever had PSA cards, so I don't know if any other cards do it, but like where you can like scan the barcode and it'll show you like the pop and all that.
Yeah.
I think that's a nice touch that they do. But yeah, I think it'd be really cool, like because like I said, there's some cards you look at them and you're like, man, this looks really good, and then it'll come back like an 8 or a 9. You're like,
Yeah.
what's wrong with it?
Yeah.
You just kind of like left to your own thinking about it, your own interpretation on it.
So Kate asked if we pulled any Pro Packs. I have not seen any Pro Packs yet. So the Pro Packs this year are
Yeah,
crazy tough. I didn't even know that they were gonna do them because obviously they had announced the variety packs, and it's like, okay, well, like that's probably taking the place of the Pro Packs. But there are Pro Packs out there. I have not pulled one yet in all the breaks that we've done. So like I've had two.
Yeah.
I think I've had two variety packs, but
Okay.
no pearls so far.
yeah. No, I know I've seen a handful of variety packs.
Yeah.
And I didn't even notice it honestly because I was watching that video, the one you guys did with Ryan, and it was
Yeah.
like that's the only one I've seen that didn't have an auto in
I
it. So I
know,
thought they
I was so
I
dumb.
thought they all had autos in it until I saw
Seriously.
that one. But yeah, I've only seen one breaker hit a pearl pack, and it was when they were doing the pre-release stuff. So those must be like extremely rare because
Yeah.
I think last year they had the guys sign cards for that. I know
Yep.
we didn't. I don't think no one signed the pearl card this year. We just signed the variety pack.
So Tom just popped in and said that they did hit two Pearl Packs in the Wisconsin breaks. So
Oh, okay,
I guess
cool.
they sent them all to Wisconsin. It might be good for you when you're out there next year.
Yeah, once I get up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that'd be sweet. No, I definitely got to make a trip up and to see that store.
Yeah, 100%.
That's one thing. That's one thing that's cool too. Like going across the country and like getting to like go into like all these like other different card
Yeah.
stores. Big, small, whatever. Like just meeting people. 'Cause that's one thing too. Like I enjoy like meeting people that collect. Like meeting the members of the hobby. Like building
Yeah.
having those interactions and kind of like because it's one of those things too. Yeah, I mean, not a lot of people really know who I am, which is fine. It's just kind of one of those things where what my situation was. But that's something like having those conversations and being able to like at least let people kind of know like who I am and all that stuff. Like it's cool to interact and meet new people that way.
Yeah, 100%. BJ asked me to ask you about the bubblegum ones. So
Oh yeah.
do you have bubblegum incoming or what's the story there?
So I don't. So BJ's been awesome with helping me in the rainbow. And like I said, I think he's gotten me 7. I have 6 parallels that he's helped me get so far.
Ooh.
There you go. That's a nice one.
I think somebody guessed him too.
Good for the Nats. That's a nice
So,
hit.
We took it all the way to the end, but we do have a winner on the Guess the Auto contest.
There we go.
Seaver
That's a good
King.
one. That's a good one to round it out on.
Yeah, 100%. 10th overall pick. It's still crazy to me. So I did get to sit down with him. Awesome guy. Very nice. It is so crazy. He was the 10th pick. He was the 3rd player taken from his school.
Yeah,
That's
no,
insane.
that's crazy. I mean, that's no Wake Forest over there. I mean, that's a real powerhouse. And I
Yeah.
mean, even like the past 2 drafts, I think they've had 5 or 6
Yeah,
first rounders.
Brock.
Like that's
Brock was one of them.
that's really impressive. But no, I mean, that's a talent for sure. Like when I was at low A for the playoffs this year, we played them, and I was a pretty legit team. But he's definitely one of those guys on that team that stands out. I think he's going to be really good in the future. He's just kind of like one of those freak athletes, just incredibly toolsy guy, and really good ball player.
I'm trying to scroll back to see who said Seaver King. It might have been so far back that I can't even find it. Let me see if I can find it on the back end here. Let's see. Okay, I think I'll be able to see it, but I'll try to find it after. Or if you're watching and you're the one that guessed Seaver King, let me know. No cheating. But so that wraps up the half case. We did not hit the Jaron auto, but that was a super nice one to finish
Bummer.
up the half case on. Nationals going to JJ Cush. We did get the Candiati gold. We got the Seaver King.
Yeah, it's a nice one.
We got some nice low numbered stuff. We got the Chase Burns. We got a printing plate. So I think all in all, it can't be too upset.
No, we got some good. I mean, that's like I said, it's one of those things. Like I just don't come out when I want to when I'm watching. So it's just one of those things. But no, I mean, honestly, that's a pretty for a half case. That's pretty solid.
I'm pretty
And
happy
like you
with
said,
that. Yeah, the Christian
the
Morgan
stained glasses. That's the only second one. That's the second one I've ever seen of that.
Yeah.
The rose golds are beautiful. Got the Clark and even like the SEMO autograph and a printing plate. I mean, that's a pretty solid half case if you ask me.
Yeah. So there was one other question that I saw somebody ask earlier. Nublet asked it. He said, do they show you the card before you have to sign them? So I'm assuming you didn't see the card before like the day where you started signing them. And then he also asked if you had any say in the picture that was chosen. I kind of know the answer to that, but do you know the game that the picture was from, at least?
So I know exactly where the picture's from. I do have it photo matched. I don't have any say in what picture they use, or at least I didn't. I don't think any of the guys do. And then I did not see the card before I signed it. Now, I'm very happy with the way they came out. I really liked it. But, yes, I do have the picture photo match. I know exactly where it's from.
Yeah. So it was cool, too. When we talked before, like a lot of the guys just have random numbers on the jersey, but it's kind of cool. They give you 93, and you were the 93rd pick. So
Yeah. No, that was one thing we talked about.
Yeah.
And I've done it, like I said, I've been signing like for the deals that I do with a lot of people. A lot of people that's the one cool thing about the hobby is so many people that I've reached out to, they think it's really cool that I'm collecting my own cards and trying to get my rainbow. And so a lot of them, it's been really easy to work with them on getting them back. And usually it's just like a signed ball or some signed cards. And like one of the inscriptions that people want me to do is because that was one thing I talked about. It was one thing I didn't realize when I was signing them, but yeah, being the 93rd pick and having 93 on my jersey. So I'll kind of put like 93rd pick on it and like draw an arrow to it, kind of signifying that. So I think it's like you said, it's kind of one of those things where you originally look at it and you're like, oh, that's a really weird number, but it's kind of special. It has a little bit more of like a significance to me now, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. I can't remember who it was. They're talking about, I think, Christian Moore. It's like he's got an 87 on the jersey. It's like you have like these like top picks that have like spring training numbers on their jerseys that don't mean anything.
No, everyone, I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody has like just really high numbers. I think it's just kind of one of those things to like designate that we are still prospects and we haven't made it yet. But no, I mean, like there's nothing to complain. Like having my own baseball card, especially in this set, is one of the coolest things ever to me. And something, like I said, trying to get the whole rainbow, it's been a fun little quest for me to do in the off season. Cause like I said, there's definitely still some downtime. So just kind of, looking on eBay or,
Yeah.
seeing the messages that people are sending me. And then like I said, going into my local card shop, like I met some cool guys, and there's a lot of people that open draft, and I've got to meet some cool people, and they're like, I'll get to talk with them. They're like, oh my God, like I have so many of your cards. So like I've been getting some
Yeah.
stuff that way
Yeah.
too, which has been really, really cool.
Well, seriously, I know that I've offered this to you before. I know BJ is helping you out, but if there's ever anything that you need us to help you out with, community would love to get behind you. And I know we already sent you a stack to give away to friends and family, but it's always fun for us to get to help out with youth camps or whatever. So if you need something, you let me know, and we'll rally the troops and try to make it happen for you. But we're all gonna be on the lookout for your low numbered stuff. So you'll probably get tagged like 10 times whenever your super collector gets pulled by members of our community. So
Yeah, I've already got. So I was talking how Eric Mandelkern.
yeah,
He's been. So if you want to look him up, like I said, he's got his collection on his Instagram. It's at Kearns Cards,
yeah,
KERNS Cards. It's unbelievable. And like I said, he's a super fractor hunter. That's like all he collects pretty much, or
so
just like
crazy.
top like
Yeah,
established like veterans in the league and stuff. But he was telling me that whenever my super gets pulled, he's like, if you can't work out a deal with it, he's like, I'll do whatever. He's like, I'll buy it. He's
yeah.
like, I'll get it for you, and then when you make your debut, I'll come hand deliver it to you. So I was like,
That's
okay.
sick.
I was like that. I was like,
That's
if
sick.
nobody, if last resort, if nobody can get it, I know he's gonna get it for me, and we'll be able to work out a cool little
Yeah,
exchange.
yeah,
But no, like I said, it's been just phenomenal. Like the outreach and the help that I've received and gotten from so many people. Like just interested in helping me find all the cards and trying to get the rainbow back. Like I said, it's just really cool to like see like all the cool people in the hobby and kind of what they're doing to like help you.
yeah.
And like I said, just meet new people, like have those interactions, and get to meet new people through something that we all enjoy together.
Yeah, yeah. I saw Kent made a comment earlier that I think a lot of other people are going to be doing the same thing. Kent said that he went during the break on eBay and bought one of your blue autos, and is looking forward to watching you pitch at Target Field. So I know a lot of us are going to be following you and rooting for the best. It'll be fun having you in Wisconsin, hopefully for Tipper Rattlers, and then eventually in Milwaukee. But we'll be following closely and rooting for you for sure. So
No, absolutely. Like I said, that's why I enjoy doing this stuff too. Because, like I said, it's just one of those things where there are the top prospects, and everyone's going to chase those guys. And I even as a collector, like I do, like I already have my little collection of Caglions and Kurtz and
yeah,
Montgomerys and all those guys. But like I said, getting to do this and kind of getting to interact with everybody and kind of helping some more people that don't know me or have no idea of who I am, kind of get to understand me and
yeah,
get to know me more as a person. Because like I said too, I think it's a lot easier to like someone when you know a little bit more about them,
yeah, yeah,
personally than just who they are as a baseball player. And that's something too where obviously I have the huge blessing of getting to live out my dream and playing professional baseball and get the shot to make it to the big leagues. But at the end of it too, like a huge part of this is how many people's lives can you impact positively. Like I'm not just a baseball player, I'm also a human being and a person. And I don't want to be that guy that everyone thinks is, a trashy person or something like that. Like I want to
yeah,
be a guy that, has a good, background to him, people that, enjoy, meeting me. Like I said, I want to have as much of a positive impact, in the broad scale community as I can, whether it's the hobby or, Brewers fans or any baseball fans, regardless.
yeah.
Like I want to be one of those guys that people can look to as a good person, not only as a good ball player.
Yeah, that's so awesome to hear, man. So I appreciate you so much, and just the heart that you have to impact people. And honestly, like we've met so many awesome people in the Brewers organization. I know I've told you that good friends with Brewer Hicklin, and he's got kind of that same mindset that just makes you guys special and makes you such an awesome impact just with your teammates and in the community and across the board. So that's awesome.
Absolutely. No, like I said, it's a pleasure to meet new people, and it's a blessing to have this opportunity and this platform to be
Yeah,
able to impact and meet new people. So, like I said, it's all just a huge blessing. But there was one thing I wanted to get back to actually. I know because you were saying BJ asked about the bubble gum.
Oh yeah,
So yeah, give a little shout out to him. Like I said, he's done a phenomenal job with helping me. He's doing like he'll text me at any time of the day, which is
yeah.
greatly
Yeah.
appreciated by me. He's like, "Hey, I found this one or something like that." And obviously, I haven't
He's watching.
the bubble gums for me is my favorite variation of the snack pack. I don't know. I really like it. I think it pops. But one thing that I want to do for him, I think maybe this is what he's referring to is, he's been so gracious. He doesn't ask for anything in return. Like he just says he loves doing this, which is I appreciate it so much. But one thing that I'm going to do for him is I want to get two of the non autograph ones,
Yeah.
and we kind of came up with the idea together to get like, obviously I'm going to try it probably on like a base one, make sure it looks good, but get like a pink Sharpie and like sign it and then inscribe it like 1 of 2 and 2 of 2 for me and him for the
Oh,
help
that's
that
sick.
he's done to get my cards back. And like I said too, he's a great guy.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely excited to get up to Wisconsin and Appleton and get to meet him and a lot of you guys too. Like I said, there's something that we have extra time, and I'd like to use that extra time to get out in the community, meet new people, and have a positive impact. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
definitely an opportunity I'm looking forward to. But yeah, that's definitely something I'd like to do for him. Like I said, it's people like that in the hobby that are great to meet, and it's even better. It's just an additional bonus that he's willing to help me get all these back because it means a lot to me.
That's so awesome. So you're in good hands with BJ and the Real Sports Cards community, and yeah, I guess we're all gonna have to be on the lookout for some bubblegum parallels to make it happen.
Yeah, absolutely. No, like I said, especially any and all low numbered or variations, and as soon as someone finds a pearl of me,
Yeah.
I need that one because, like I said, I think those might even. I'm surprised with. I don't know what the print run on those or how many there are, but like the fact that I haven't even seen one of those, like I figured
Yeah.
the super. I mean, it's just a crapshoot when that thing's gonna come out.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, even like the pearls, like I said, I'm very, very surprised that like not, and even just like on eBay of anybody, like I haven't seen many at
Yeah.
all.
For sure.
So
Yeah. Very few.
I definitely think the chase for those is going to be fun. But yeah, definitely like all the snack pack autos. Like I
Yeah.
said, I still need of the lower numbered autos. I need obviously the super. I need the red X Factor. Need both the blacks. I need the true orange, and then a couple of the golds. I don't have the yellow, but then most of the higher numbered stuff, I think I've already got one of each of those, I believe.
So somehow, I already feel like I won because we got to hang out with you, and it was just an awesome experience. Somehow, I also am coming away with a Cade Denton autograph pair of cleats. So
There
thank you,
you
Cade.
go. There you go.
Let's go.
Very nice.
It's a big day
Very,
for Team
very
Titus.
There we go.
So,
Hey, everyone
thank
appreciates
you,
you.
Cade. I appreciate that a ton. So I can't remember if I had told you, Jaron, but one of the big things that I'm working on, or I guess me and my wife are finishing our basement right now, and kind of just over the years of like getting to know some of you guys and make trades from like I just like BJ, I love helping players like track down 101s and stuff, but I've just accumulated a ton of bats. So what I'm doing is like in my office in our basement that we're finishing, I'm doing like a bat wall. So it'll be like behind me, like when I'm shooting content and stuff, of like all the bats. I'll send you a picture, but I'm super excited to actually like have a place to display all this stuff. But it's coming together nicely, and I'm gonna have to find a spot for my my Cade cleats now.
Yeah, I'll have to get you some too. I know definitely one of the pro ball. There's a lot of stuff that you kind of gather
Yeah.
throughout your journey, and there's a lot more stuff that I probably don't need, and it's definitely something where if someone can appreciate it a little bit more than me just
Yeah.
having it, sit around the house, it's something that whether someone wants to trade for it or just
Yeah.
like I said, I enjoy giving stuff to people that are going to appreciate it, and that's one thing too. Like obviously, if people find like my cards and you're interested in a trade, I'm more than happy. Like I said, most people are pretty cool with like signed cards, and I really like to do personalized inscriptions.
Yeah.
Like if you go, I posted it on my Instagram story, but like with Eric, like I said, he did a lot of help. He got me the orange wave and the red lava, and I mean, all he asked for was some signed cards in return. So I really tried to do. I think I did a pretty good job with some inscriptions for him, and he was very appreciative of that. So I'm really glad that he likes those a lot. But also too, some of the lower numbered stuff, I can signed hats, signed cleats for my superfractor. I think we talked about it. I'd be, get rid of one of my gamer gloves if someone's interested in something like that.
Yeah,
So,
that'd be sick.
if you hit one of my cool cards and you have something in mind that you might want to trade for, just send me an offer, and I'd love to work, anything out with anybody.
Yeah, that's sick. So let's go ahead and recap, and then
Yeah.
I'm kind of thinking we should do another giveaway for people that maybe weren't able to watch. What if
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna try to find like a nice low numbered auto of yours, not orange because I don't want to take it away from you, but maybe we'll find like a blue or like some sort of like nice color match. We should do like a collab giveaway on Instagram where it's like
For sure.
We'll try to get you some followers in the hobby, and then we'll just do like drop a comment to try to win an auto of Jaron or something. So
Absolutely.
we'll talk.
No, that'd be sweet.
We'll talk. We'll keep this going and try to help you grow that hobby presence a little bit. So
Yeah, no, that'd be awesome. Like I said, I appreciate it, and I think the more I can get out there, the more people I can meet, which is cool for me.
Yeah. So
like I said too, for everyone in the break, I'm gonna get some cards signed and get those out to everybody. So I appreciate everyone else also hopping in here and spending some time with us.
Yeah, so it was really cool. Right after we had Ryan on, one of the local collectors in Wisconsin actually hit his Black Paper 101. And
sweet.
So they had heard that he had been on the break, and they're like, "I'll just send it to him." That's awesome. Maybe we'll bring some good mojo to Jaron, and something's gonna pop up here the next couple of days. But
that would be sweet. No, like I said, I can't wait for the day I get tagged a bunch when my super gets hit.
Yeah. But let's go ahead and recap, and then I do have a triple threads break that I'm sure people are waiting on. But this has been awesome. So we got Benji, we got RJ with the refractor, and then
there we
Jamie.
go.
And then I did top load a bunch of the refractors, but let's go through the rest of the stuff that I just sleeved up here. So we got Lunar Glows and then Sky Blues unnumbered here. Aiden Major, Jose Perdomo, Vladimir Asensio, LP Langevin, Chase Alsop, Fernando Cruz, Del Joseph, Eduardo Herrera, Bryce Eldridge, and Michael Massey. Alright, so let's see. Got Nick Kurtz refractor, Braden Montgomery. We actually did pretty good on the refractors of these guys. We got Connor Griffin.
Had some good names.
Yeah, Seaver King. Had to top load the Ryan Sloan. So that does remind me. So as Jaron says that he's going to sign cards for all of you guys, Ryan did sign cards for everyone that was in that break as well. Most of those have shipped out in the last like 3-4 days. So I try to throw them in with like other breaks for you guys. So for the most part, those have gone out. I think we have a couple people that I hadn't seen at breaks yet, but we'll try to get those out to you. But shout out to Ryan again for doing that. Got Kegs on the refractor, and then I also top loaded base chrome of his. All right, so these are 1 per box top prospects in action: Leo DeVries, Ethan Salas, Sebastian Walcott, and Feldon Celestia. But so if people don't follow you already, where can they find you on social media?
So I'm not like too active on Twitter. Majority of the time, anything I'll ever post or keep me updated. It will be on Instagram. Just _ Jaron Deberry _ That's it. Like I said, thankfully there's not too many Jaron Deberrys out there, so it shouldn't be too hard to find. My profile picture is just a picture of me in a press conference after the regional game at DBU. So
yeah. I guess maybe an easy way to do this too. I just remembered that we said this during Ryan's break too, but we got you tagged in our post from today too. So if you follow Real Breaks already,
there we go too.
If you follow Real Sports Cards, you can just go click on there and find him. But I do like DeBerry said, for pitchers you need to get them to sign bats they've broken. So I have a good story about that. So Jace Bowen, who's a huge collector, I don't know if you've seen him in the hobby at all. He's in the Pirates organization. He also has a really nice autograph too. But I was out at Arizona Fall League last year. Like I said, me and Abel have a high school teammate that was with the Blue Jays, and so they were both playing at the Fall League. We had hit a red auto of Jace Bowen, and I'm like, I want you to have it. He's like, I'll get you a bat like next time I break one, but it's right at the end of the season. He was like pretty much out of bats. He's like, can I get you one like after the season? So I'm in Arizona for a couple days. I get to see my buddy, high school teammate, pitch. He started against Jace. First inning, breaks Jace's bat.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
So then after the game, Jace like comes right over to me. He's like, dude, like, here you go. He's like, what do you want me to write on it? So Trent Palmer is our buddy, and he wrote "I hate Trent Palmer" and signed it since he cracked his bat, and then Trent signed it like sorry for the sinker or something. So it's pretty awesome dual auto bat that will be special to me for forever. But,
Oh yeah, no, that's cool. Like you said, those like personal things. That's
Yeah,
why, like in the future too, I'd love to have like dual autos where you can just kind of have that,
yeah.
little kind of signature action on it. That'd be cool.
Yeah. So another one is Justin Topa. Has become a good friend of ours. Is with the Minnesota Twins. He's a huge collector, and he likes to send stuff over to the other clubhouses to get signed. So he said he said that he had asked the clubhouse guy to send a ball over for Trout to sign, and ends up breaking Trout's bat during the game. And the clubhouse guy comes back with Trout's bat that he broke, and he signed it and inscribed it to him.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah,
That's so cool.
So he said that's like one of the favorite pieces in his collection. But so
Yeah.
there you go. Once you start breaking more bats, you gotta like ask him. You gotta ask him for it after the game.
Yeah, it was a cool memorabilia piece of that.
All right, let's go through the rest of the color here. We got Lindsay out of 499, Gillen, Connor Griffin. This one there, Drailing out of 99. Kiminiti on the in-action mini diamonds out of 150. Ty Peets out of 200. Bateman out of 250. Valenson 150. Naylor 125. Albertus out of 200. It's the first year that they've numbered these in draft, I believe.
Yeah.
And then Lorenzo out of 100. He was really fun to watch at Fall League this year. On the new like steel plate parallel. I can't remember exactly what they're calling that one.
Yeah.
Onto the ink here, we got Kavaris Tears, Blake Wright, Braylon Doughty, Cole Messina, Boston Bateman, Casey Cook, Shoji Naga out of 199, and then Trey Yesovich out of 499. And then onto the showcase, Ryan Sloan Refractor auto to 499. Mariners going to Just Eric. We got Chase Burns, was in the mid for a while, but awesome
That's
card
a
here. These
beautiful
are very
card.
tough to pull. But etched in glass, Chase Burns going to the Reds for Pooh. We did have a printing plate, so going to Furl, the $100 break credit, Ivan Luciano. Then also had Tommy Troy out of 99 green grass, and then Waldschmidt out of 250. And the one that Jaron wants, Clark Cadiati, gold refractor to 50. Going to the Padres for Derek Jensen. We got Eli Serrano, gold wave auto out of 50. Mets to Tugboats. Grant Shepardson with the lava out of 10, rose gold. Going to the Marlins for Nublitz. All right, here's our stack of Jaron. So you'll notice that there's no autographs here. But we got a refractor, two chrome and 5 paper out of 4 boxes. So little stack.
More than I would have thought, I tell you that.
Christian Moore, 50 out of 99. A class of 2024 green auto. The Angels are going to go to Lions. And then in the middle, last auto of the break, Seaver King. 66 of 75,
nice.
Yellow refractor auto. Super nice card there. So that is going to wrap this one up. But again, we'll get some cards out to Jaron to sign for all of you. So thank you again for doing that. And just appreciate you taking the time to connect with all of us. And lots of people had commented, but I know that you've got a lot of people following you and rooting for you and collecting you. So awesome.
No, absolutely. I appreciate the opportunity. And also, too, like, sorry to everybody if we couldn't get to, like, questions or anything like that. Like I said, you got my Instagram now. If you're not, just go to Real Sports. And I'm tagged over there in a couple posts. So follow me over there. And if, you have any other questions or anything like that, just shoot them my way and I'll do my best to get back to everybody. So I appreciate everyone, hopping in. It's been a blast, and maybe we'll hop in again in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. We need to get you and Kate on for like a dual thing.
Yeah, that'd be
Break
sweet.
battle.
That'd be sweet. We gotta hook that up. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Absolutely. All right. Well, you have a good rest of your nights. Happy Thursday, and I will see you all here in just a second for the Triple Threads break. So, thanks again, Jared, and we'll